Right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Live Beyond Average podcast, episode 129.
Wow.
Here with my co-host, Devin Clay. It's been a little bit.
It has been a little bit.
You've been busy with work.
It's
obviously
that time of year, construction season.
It's craziness. And you know what? Some of our off-season stuff, it's boring to talk about. But now, it's like this is the primo. To me, this is like primo podcast season.
Tags are coming out. We kind of know what we're coming up against now. So it's easy.
We're prepping for hunts. You know, you're buying new gear. In my case, I'm buying way too much new gear.
But I'm buying all the stuff I had to buy a few years ago.
Yeah, so I'm like catching up to you, which is weird because I'm like going on a different style hunt that I haven't done. Yep. So I'm just like buying more or less like backpacking gear that I haven't had to buy because I've always had a base camp for the most part. So a little bit different, spending some money there. But it was kind of funny because we were talking about that. And Devin's getting ready for a backpack hunt as well this fall. I'm getting ready for one. I'm actually like 60 some odd days to go.
Yours coming up quick.
Yeah, and so we were like, every day it's literally like Snapchatting each other back and forth about like, I just bought this, like buy $200.
Have you tried this?
Have you tried this?
I just spent $300 on
and it's
battery backups.
Right,
whatever.
Yeah. But it's been so much fun because I am not a shopper.
Yep.
I go buy what I need and I'm done. But I've really found myself, I've spent more time on my phone shopping, like comparing gear, whether it's price, size. Size has been a big one. Weight is obviously there, but there's some like weight sizes where I'm like, okay, I'll trade a smidgen extra weight for compactness. Yep. And so it's like, I'm doing all this different shopping. Then I'm like, okay, can I buy a certified refurbished on eBay for $100 less? So I'm like hitting website after website after website. Yep. And it's just like, it's time that I hate spending time doing. And the first several days of it, it was rough. Like, it was hard for me to do it. And now I'm like really enjoying it.
You kind of get into it after a while. It's fun to kind of read reviews.
Yes.
I still do that all the time. You know what? People that have bought the same gear, what is their experience of it? And then trying to weed through that from the actual people that are buying it and using it like we are versus the people that are getting paid to do it or advertise. You know, they make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm just Joe Blow out here doing a product review, and it turns out they've been working for that brand
they're being
40
paid.
years. It's like, well, no.
Yeah.
I want an honest review, you know.
Yes.
So that's kind of what we're hoping to do today. But
and mainly with your pack. We're gonna go over my pack later because I still have stuff coming in the mail this week. I almost have everything bought for my Nevada hunt.
Well, it's two different hunts.
Yes.
So we're gonna need a little different stuff. We're gonna be in different areas. You're gonna be in Nevada. I'm gonna be in Colorado hunting bear. You're gonna be hunting elk.
Yep.
You're going to be solo. I will be with another person, which that makes a difference.
A lot of variables.
What you're going to bring. You're going to be a little more cautious, protective, user-friendly, whatever you want to call it, for especially solo hunts, just because you are solo, you're by yourself. And if something does happen, you got to be as prepared as possible. So
Right.
One thing I will say, I think that we need to I didn't cut you off here.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I think we need to make honest men of ourselves, and we didn't do a follow-up at all on our turkey hunt. I think we can do this pretty quick and...
So time out. This will be episode 128 and a half here to start. Follow up on the turkey hunt, Devin. How did it go?
Poor.
It was very bad.
Turns out we're horrible turkey hunters. Long story short, we're bad.
We're bad at it.
We did find out turkeys sometimes sleep on the ground, which was in like just open grass fields, which was interesting, but
insane. Like, I have turkey hunted before, obviously. So have you. We have killed turkeys before, but on this specific hunt,
we couldn't string two things together.
And so we saw the turkeys like unroost, leave the roost. Maybe it's the unroost. I don't know what the term is.
They flew up.
They flew off the roost.
I don't know, whatever.
And so they went down this valley. Now remember, we are in the open prairie, like yuccas.
Yeah.
So they flew out of the roost, and we're like, okay, let's work down this little canyon where we think they went. So we go down there, we don't see them, and we're like standing there, and we look, and there's like something dark with like a red head laying on the ground like 60 yards away. And Devin's like, is that a turkey? And I'm like, nah, dude. Like,
Jordan's like, no, I already looked at that, man.
I looked at it, ain't a turkey.
And I'm like, can't quit looking at it. Then we both started looking at it again. You sure? Pull out the binoculars. It's a turkey.
Yeah, it was totally a turkey, and then it was just laying there 60 yards from us, and like head on the ground,
And we're
sprawled
talking
out.
loud. Like, we're not being quiet. Like, we're just like, whatever. Because we already figured out at this point the turkeys were
They're gone.
way gone on a tribal. We weren't going to chase them.
No, we weren't going to get them. And so we're like, oh, that turkey's dead. Like, it's just laying there, head down.
And
like,
to be fair, we found a lot of, like, turkey feathers. Like, stuff got torn apart in other areas, so we just assumed.
Yeah, this turkey's dead.
Like, it's not moving.
And this is only like 15 minutes after sunup.
Yeah.
And so we walk another 10 yards. We're like, well, let's go check it out. We walk another like 8 steps, and this freaking turkey jumps up. Head pops up. Murr, and it runs away. We're like, we look at each other like, what the heck? All of a sudden, another one jumps up from behind the yucca that we didn't see and flies away. Like, since when do turkey? Now, riddle me this. Send me a message if you've ever. I've never seen that turkey sleep.
I can't say I've seen them sleep on the ground like that unless they've been injured or something.
They were legit. Like that was their roost.
Yeah, they were just out cold sleeping on the ground, and it was just open on a hillside. Like, I mean, there was nothing around. There was no trees. There was nothing.
Riddle me that. So that's episode 128 and a half. We got that wrapped up. Now back into episode 129. Okay, so Devin is getting ready for his backpacking hunt in Colorado. He's going on a bear hunt. He brought over a majority, not all, but a majority of his setup. We're just going to talk like essentials in the pack, his setup, kind of a review type style, but just like what's worked for him. He's done a backcountry hunt in Idaho previously, so he's kind of like got rid of some gear that he didn't like, improved gear. Let's start like just going over your essentials, man.
Well, basically, one of the first things that I found out too is that the first time I went, when we went out to Idaho, well, not the first time, but the first like big trip that we took, packed way too much stuff.
Okay, so you overpacked.
I mean, overpacked. Way too many extra pairs of clothes and stuff that you don't end up using. Like one extra set of pants and one extra shirt, maybe a jacket in case it does get cold or rain, and then socks. I mean, keep it simple, and underwear, of course, because
Predator by a string.
Keep it simple. Don't overpack.
Okay.
You're not gonna end up changing that often, anyways, because you're by yourself. Who gives a crap?
Yep.
So just kind of the basics. First things first. A good pair of boots. These can make or break your hunt. I mean, I've tried.
Starts with the base, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had cheap boots that I've taken out, and your feet just kill you all day long. These are just actually a pair that I just got. I switched out of some Crispies that I've had for the last few years. Moved on to some Schnee's Beartooth ones. So far, I like them. I got about 12, 15 miles on them, just hiking around here with some weight and whatnot. Yeah, feel great. Very happy with them.
And I'm surprised because they look pretty heavy, but they're actually like really light. Like you put them, you're like, oh, so it's like a nice surprise.
Yeah, and you know
that's
the flex on them isn't super flex or is not super stiff. They're a 2 flex or a 3 flex.
Okay.
You know, if you compare it to like Crispy or
so
something.
So like the Summit GTX.
Maybe similar to your Summits.
Yep. Just a high top.
I like because you can wear them around here too, and not you can still do a stock or something in them. Where they're not Fred Flintstone feet that are thumping everywhere.
Sure.
So
for sure.
Those are kind of the big thing.
Dude, exactly. When you're starting with the base, like we're starting with the base of the hunt, like don't go cheap. And I'm finding this out like as I'm spending so much money on new stuff, upgrades. You know, I'm like, don't cheap out. Don't cheap out on a couple of these things, especially like. If you're gonna cheap out on certain things, that's fine. Boots isn't one of them.
Boots is not one of them.
Like,
you're gonna want dry feet, comfortable feet, and something that's got good grip.
Grip. That's my thing. I go grippiness and the right stiffness.
Yep.
For my feet. Like I've just learned over the years. For me, like I wanted to upgrade into like a pair of Kennetrek Mountain Extremes this year, and that was kind of my plan. And I ended up just rebuying another pair of Summit GTXs.
It's hard to change boots.
Here's purely why. I've always struggled with hot spots, like tearing up my heels on hunts. The Summit GTXs are the first boot I've ever bought that it's like a no break-in period for myself. And I've never gotten a blister in them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on some steep country in Nevada. I'm like, now's not the time to make the change. Yeah. Like, I stick with what I know. And so like, and you're a gear junkie. Like you've actually bought boots. You like wore them around the house. Like nope, you've done this like 3 times.
Try them out. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I have, like I said, I have a pair of Crispies. I like them for the most part, but they do give me a bad hot spot on my heel. Normally, I just push through it, and
that's not fun.
Then I get miserable, and so come day 3, 4, your heel's just gone. You're wrapping it up in a butter tape, and that's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and if you know you get that out of your boot, time to change boots.
And
get something different.
Because they're still in good shape. They're great boots. They're not for me.
So Devin has a pair of Crispies for sale.
Yeah, so anybody at size 11 looking for some good mountain boots, let me know. Then I tried I actually went with the Kenetrex.
Okay.
I tried the non-insulated. I ended up getting them about a half size too small, wore them for about a day around the house, and went, nope, because they just pinched in the sides, being a little shorter, the way that the foot profile sits, it just didn't work. So I took those back, tried out the Kenetrex Mountain Extremes in the 400 insulation, thinking, how bad can it be? I wore them once outside and was like, nope. Like, I get hot feet, and so non-insulated is the only way to go for me.
Yep, I'm the same.
I'm sure I could get these. These are non-insulated boots. I could probably stretch them into, late season, no problem, without really any issue. I would say that those high quality, the Kenetrex, Schnees, anything in that range, their leather is so thick, it's so heavy duty, that a non-insulated boot is probably similar to a 200 insulated boot.
I agree.
In most everything else,
I agree.
They're just hot.
And that's what actually scared me away from getting the Mountain Extremes for this Nevada hunt, because I'm hunting in August.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's gonna be 90s, dude. It's gonna be baking. So I was like, I'm gonna stick with the Gore-Tex.
Something really light.
And
that's got a lot of mesh on it too.
So so I'm like, and they can, I can take them off. They'll dry out fairly quick. So I'm like, that was my other scare. Was just that. I'm like, it's gonna be blazing.
And so I tried out those 400s, took them back, and finally was just like, the Kenetrex were nice.
Yes.
But when I was wearing them, I was like, something just never felt 100%.
It's different for everyone.
So I was like, I'm gonna try a pair of Schnees. I got a pair of their pack boots, really like them. So I was like, I'll order them up.
Yeah.
Got them, tried them on. I'm like, these feel like they're made for my feet. Wore them out. They're a good company to work with. They're similar to Shields or something like that, where if it's not right, they'll take care of you. Wore them out a couple times, like they told me, just go out, hike
go
with
for
them.
a walk.
They're like, that's the only way you can know. Just don't condition them beforehand.
Yeah.
If you don't like them, don't condition them. Just turn them out before you're sure. After doing that, I was like, these are the ones, condition them up. And I mean, as soon as the conditioner got on them and they kind of softened up that leather a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the break-in was like, done.
Nice.
And I was good to go.
And this is over the course of like 2 days, because I keep
Yeah,
getting texts from them like, oh, I bought the Kenetrex, and then like 2 days later, he's like, I bought these. I'm like, what?
I was going back and forth, like trying all kinds of stuff. I just, when you're spending $400 or $500 on a pair of boots, you want to make sure that they're right.
Dude, and if you don't like them, take them back. Don't suffer through them.
Don't accept them just how they are, especially with a lot of these companies that you work with. They know what you're going through. They know that you're making a big investment. They're going to work with you.
Exactly.
It's probably always best to check with them and see what their policy is, so you don't get stuck with a pair of boots because you wore them outside.
Yep, exactly.
That can happen.
So we got your base.
The next thing that you, in my opinion, you want for sure on any hunt is your binoculars. Granted, like I said, so this was my setup in Idaho because we were in grizzly bear country.
Okay.
So this is unloaded, FYI. I carried a revolver on the bottom of this Mystery Ranch binoculars, and then what I actually have in here is a pair of the Vortex Fury 5000s. I think are the same thing that you're actually rocking. Yep. Which are the rangefinder and binocular combination. It's
perfect for a rifle bear hunt that you're doing. Like
rifle bear hunt, elk, anything. I mean, in my opinion, the combination ones they're too good to not. You only got to carry one piece of equipment, and you're not going to fumble back and forth between the two. You can just use binoculars, and you don't got to. Oh crap! There it is. Let me grab my rangefinder.
I don't know if I've ever.
Go.
I don't know if I've ever seen you break out this one. I've seen you use a different one.
This I have another one. The only reason why I have that is because when I go into bear country, Mr. Ranch makes this to where you can hook a holster up to the bottom of your binoculars, which is nice for when you're backpacking because it keeps your waist belt open and gets you a gun in easy reach in case you need it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Which is it's a great thing to have. Next, game bags. If you're doing a big hunt like this where you're not going to be able to get back to a cooler, especially right away, they're really the only way to go. Especially if you're going to be packing any meat, you can throw stuff in here, put it in your pack,
hang it up,
go.
whatever
Hang
you
it
need to
up,
do.
whatever you need to do.
What Devin does is he buys these.
breathes, so.
He buys these external bags, folds all of his game bags up,
Yep.
cinches them all up, saves room in his pack. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you do the same thing. I actually have never done that with my game bags, and you pulled them out. I'm like, what's that?
Well, so these.
So I thought it was
those
nifty.
actually came with that bag. Which
Oh,
was
okay.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I thought it was nifty because I use the Kuyu reusable bags, both the zip up and the full quarter bags, just depending on the hunt. And I've always used like an external pocket, put them in. It was no big deal. But now on this hunt, I'm like, oh, like where room is actually thought of.
Yep.
I'm like, cool. I need to go snag a bag for my bags.
Yeah.
A bag for my bag to put inside of my bag.
I told him just
It's bag inception.
Get a bottle of Crown, cram them in the bag. Good to go. 2 for 1.
As simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just get something a nice stuff sack just to get stuff in there, and then plus it keeps it organized. I mean, on these kind of hunts, organization is huge. I mean, easy access to things. Things aren't a mess when you do have to empty out your bag, which occasionally happens.
Of course.
You can just kind of keep things organized.
Well, and like you're gonna empty your bag because when you get in and you set up your spike camp,
yeah, I mean, you're gonna go through everything.
You're not gonna take your day pack and carry crap.
You're gonna
that you
drop
don't need.
90% of that stuff back at camp, and you're gonna go.
You're not gonna carry all this stuff with you.
No, you're gonna carry like one of these instead of the 12 that you packed or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of these are great things to go with. These are just these are Mountain House. This is actually chicken teriyaki. The lasagna is the best one to go for in my opinion.
The lasagna is my favorite.
If you get heartburn, just be careful because you will get it.
Yes.
But it does taste delicious.
Yeah.
This is a heat refuel. My buddy Landon actually put me onto this. This is a breakfast one, but they make good meal ones too.
Yeah.
I like just having some oats for breakfast. I don't eat breakfast a whole lot at home, but when I'm out hiking around and
It's
you're
essential.
hunting, it's good to just get some good carbs in you right away, get some energy so you can...
Here's a tech tip, pro tip, from guys who aren't that much pros, but pros. So, like right now, a lot of like Mountain House, you can't even buy these because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like you can't even buy them online. Everything's so back ordered. So like if you are planning hunts this fall, make sure you are searching out what you need
Get
now.
stuff ordered as soon as possible.
Because it's gonna be tougher. I went into Shields to pick up my boots today, and I saw they had a restock of Mountain House, only like a couple flavors, and I spent $200 because I was like, okay, this might be the only ones I have for my 14 days in Nevada this year. So I bought what I needed.
I always keep like 20 of them sitting in. I got like a food bag at home that I keep all my food prep stuff in, and you know when you're going on your normal hunts, you just throw it in the truck and go. It's fine, but you always got some food, so I always try to keep that stocked with about 20 meals or so, because you'll kind of pick through it, and then towards the end of the season or after a big hunt, I'll replenish it. Next thing, spotting scope. Depending on what you're doing for a hunt, some people don't think that you need these. I like to have it. I mean, there's nothing worse than looking at something at 600 yards going, do I want to go after it?
Or 2 miles.
Or 2 miles, or whatever.
And bear, you might not even, bear, you might see 2 miles, but like, I'm just going after it because I'm going to shoot a bear.
But
like in my case,
but if you're looking for an elk, you want to know what you're going after.
If you don't feel like shooting a 5x5 that goes 250, you're not going to find out what that is with a 1556.
And if you spend your whole day trekking after something that you get up to and go, crap,
that's not what I want.
I don't want that. It's going to ruin your hunt. I mean, it might not ruin your hunt, but it's not going to get the most out of it.
Your energy
You're expending a lot of energy,
up.
and you might have just gave up your honey hole area to go trekking after this
100%.
animal that you're like, oh, well, he needs another year or two or whatever,
So if you have the weight expenditure to be able to take along a spotting scope,
do it
for sure.
You can save some weight. This is the Surui, I don't even know how you say it. Surui. Surui? I don't know. Whatever.
It's French.
I don't know what it is. It might be
is.
Chinese, but they're a good spot or a good tripod for a spotting scope. I actually like to put my binoculars on here too.
Yeah.
Because when I'm just panning around and glassing, I hate doing this.
Oh,
and besides
you want to
that,
find more game? There's another tip. A lot of you guys probably already know this, but if you're not doing a majority of your glassing, like your binocular glassing on a tripod, you're missing game.
Yep.
You are. You'll find way more when you don't have any vibration. You're set up.
Well,
Squared away,
it's
and you're
nice
slowing it
too to
down.
where if you're hunting with somebody else, you can lock it up. Come take a look at this.
Yep.
You know,
That's good. That's good.
no
yeah.
problem.
Agreed.
I got this little like Leupold strap. I run mainly Vortex optics, but Leupold makes this little nice strap. I like it a little better than the center post.
Oh
Just
yeah.
because I hate.
I think I'm gonna
around.
buy this year.
Plus,
I
I
like
can
this.
take this right out of my bivvy, my Bino bivvy, throw it up there, and just strap it down, unstrap it. You don't gotta take stuff off, and yeah.
I really like this.
It's really easy. It's simple.
How much was this?
$14.
Yep.
I mean, it's
gonna order
cheap.
it.
It's worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, I have the
And
center
I got
post
some
of
buddies
Vortex.
that are like, oh, it's Velcro, and it's like, so
Yeah.
what? If it goes bad, get a new one. It's $14.
Well, I think it's worth having. Here's why. I've broke my center post where I had my tripod tip over in the wind. A wind gust came over, tipped it over when I was like grabbing stuff on my pack. Broke my center post on the
and then you
hunt.
can't use it at all.
What do you do?
That one's at least
Well,
cupped where you can
It's
set
cup.
it on there.
Have both with you, right?
Yeah.
If you like using your center post, at least have this in your pack, or a second
Or
center
two,
post,
yeah,
whatever it is.
whatever.
But like, dude, I like this. The chance of this breaking is just.
Well, my biggest
like
thing
that.
is, like I said, I like to pull my binoculars out of my bivvy. I mean, if you're running like 1556s or something like that, where you're using a larger optic, you're not going to be most likely carrying it in a bivvy anyways or whatever. But
right.
where I mainly use my smaller optics and my spot and scope is kind of my go back and forth between, because I don't want to carry three things.
Yep.
It's just nice to be able to take it out of my, set it up.
Be there. Yeah.
Next thing is if you're doing a solo hunt or any kind of backpacking hunt, you're going to need a fire at some point. Keep warm, cook food, whatever it is, you're most likely going to want a fire.
Well, or you just need the fire to start your jet boil.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Right.
It might be something simple like that.
Yep.
I like to just know that I can make a fire if I need to. And I'm not a very good fire starter, I've learned. You'd think that'd be easier. But I struggle at it. So I got little fire starting cubes. These burn for like 6 minutes. I know you got like a putty.
I bought the pyro putty that just came out.
Yeah, I mean there's kind of stuff for everything, but it helps. It's
There's
gonna
a
light
lot of
up, it's gonna
brands.
burn for a while, which is gonna help your kindling catch.
Yeah.
So I got these off of Amazon for like $3 a deal.
Yeah, it's
There's
not
like
expensive.
24 of them in there.
You'll never use those before you die.
No, exactly.
Likely you'll never use all of them.
No.
Unless you just enjoy starting your camping fires in
And
the
I
summer.
have 2 of them. So you never know. I like to be prepared. Shut up.
Dude, it's better to be prepared than underprepared. That's what I always say.
Some stormproof matches are always good.
Yep.
And then I carry a flint as well and a lighter, because
You are ready to just burn everything down.
if I get stuck, well, I might go through all this trying to start one fire too.
Yeah,
We
fair
don't know.
enough.
I'm not very good at it.
You've seen like the Lost. What is the Adventures of Wonder Dog movie where they get lost on their boat and he gets lost on the island? That came out when we were like 6.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Such a good movie. Yeah. He only has like 6 matches.
Yeah.
And he's stuck out there forever.
You're trying to make a fire every day. So
Yeah.
Next thing is kill kit.
I like that.
To be honest here, the whole point of going out on hunts is to kill something.
I like to fill my tank.
I like to have rubber gloves. I don't always wear them. Depends on what I'm killing.
Sometimes you just get after it.
I'm
without
going
thinking
after
about
a
it.
bear and something about skinning a bear.
Sure.
I want gloves.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, here's the other thing too that's different. Like on my normal Western or South Dakota hunts, I don't wear gloves.
No.
But I'm literally headed in. Right after I kill, I'm within a couple hours of where I'm going, or I'm within an hour of a gas station. But like on a backcountry hunt, like your bear hunt, or on my elk hunt, where you might be in there for a little while, or you're gonna spend the night. Like it is nice to.
It's nice not
have
to
cleaner
cover in
hands.
blood.
Yeah, to have cleaner. It just is. So I think it's a great idea.
Good knife. This is actually a Havalon, the Jim Shockey one. I like the replaceable. I like the replaceable blades.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I've always been a big, and I still carry my Benchmade fixed one just because I feel like I have to have it. I'm going hunting. I have to have it.
Well, we're talking like little tips along the way here. Like we've kind of done it jokingly, but they are all actually useful. I always pack backup knife as well.
Yeah, always.
Like
even in
just
this
always have
one
it.
that has a I mean, you can replace the blade, and it's got a fixed blade on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got whatever you need. You could set this down and lose it.
But what if
stuff
you know
happens?
I mean? Yep.
It's always nice to have a second one just in case. And I
Agreed.
actually carry 3 because I keep one in my pack in a separate pocket by itself.
I actually always keep one that I never touch.
Yeah, it's kind of like headlamps.
Yeah.
You just always have a backup because it's going to really suck if you don't have one.
I use my backup. Wizard backup over there got skinned with my backup neck because my brother killed his deer 2 days before, and he used my knives because we had my kill kit.
So this is my pillow that I like to use. I know you said it's my city boy pillow.
City boy
I
pillow.
don't care. I like to sleep comfortably.
Hey, saves you from headaches and neck twists.
If you just get good sleep, that's gonna be great. I mean, it's gonna really make you feel good.
Yeah.
You're gonna be energetic in the morning versus you slept like crap. And I like a good pillow. Last time I went in, I actually brought 2 full-size pillows because
really?
I have like a little tiny camp one too. And I was like, this ain't gonna do anything. So I brought 2 like regular pillows, like old pillows from our house, and they were kind of big. This is a thermal rest one that's just made of like foam, so it rolls up nice and tight.
Yeah, it doesn't take up much space.
You
can put it in one of these little bags too.
And then it just airs up, blows up, and it's comfy.
Nice.
So that's my tip on that. So this is actually my first aid kit that my lovely wife put together for me.
Yeah.
My wife is a ER nurse that's getting her doctorate right now, nurse practitioner. So I trust her.
Yeah, it's a good person to have your med kit.
So she put my med kit together for me. I'm not really going to get into this too much because you and Dustin are going to later.
Yeah, we're going to have Dustin on, he's a paramedic.
Who knows a lot more about this stuff than I do.
Yeah.
I got the basics down. I
we
could probably
know how to use the stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know what it means.
I could probably save my leg if I needed to,
Yes.
but that's about as far as it goes. I don't know what I'm using. I'm just going to use it.
This one on sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag. I have learned through experience that a down sleeping bag that's nice and light. This is actually a Celtic Cosmic down. It's a 20-degree bag, which is probably a little warm for a lot of this stuff, but you can open it up. It's more versatile.
Kill all 2 birds with 1 stone versus having multiple bags for most hunts.
And I mean, I've considered getting another 40-degree, 50-degree bag that should probably be fine, but I haven't yet, so this is what I still have. This actually will pack down quite a bit smaller in a stuff sack if I wanted to. It fits in my pack right now, so I'm not overly worried about it. I believe you got one of these.
I got the same
recently.
one. I think I got the same one, yeah.
And
hence, I was on the phone with you too. You and Matt. I was back on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like going back and forth on what to get.
So I had a 0-degree bag that was like 2.5 times this size. Last time I went out, and it was just huge. I thought I could tie it to my outside of my bag, and it just moved all the time. It drives you crazy. And so, yeah, hiking in with a bag that's small and light, and you can shove into your. Yeah, this is a couple pounds.
Yeah.
And you can shove it into your bag and just go.
That's funny because I was gonna buy a 40-degree bag because it's like, hey, it's gonna be hot in Nevada.
Yeah.
And it was substantially like half the size of the 20 even.
Yep.
But then I was like, okay, I have another elk hunt in October that I'm gonna be camping. It'll be cooler. And so I was like, I don't really want a 40-degree bag for that. I want a 20-degree bag.
Yep.
And then I potentially in December have another one. So I'm kind of like, in that 20 I might not get by with, or I'm just gonna sleep in like Calvin Lights.
I slept in this thing in way colder than 20-degree weather.
Yeah. Well, the rated obviously a little lower.
Fine.
But, yeah.
So I figured the 20. Depends on how hot you sleep. I mean, that's gonna be a big part.
I figured the 20 I can make work most of the time, and like if I'm warm, it's easy to just unzip.
Yeah, exactly. Air mattress. This is one that I bought a few years ago. I like a good thick air mattress, mainly because I'm a side sleeper. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a back sleeper, you're lucky because you can get away with a lot thinner mattresses. This is actually a 3.5-inch mattress because there's nothing worse than laying on your side, and your hips touching the ground. Something lightweight though, whether it's Climate, Nemo, Big Angie's, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Just get one that's got good ratings. If it's going to be cold, get something that's insulated. If it's not going to be cold, save yourself a pound or so and get an uninsulated one.
Yeah.
And then last but not least,
the tent.
Well, actually, this isn't the last one.
We got one more thing.
I got one more thing. Tent, good lightweight tent. This actually isn't the lightest weight one. You might get kind of fooled, in my opinion, people get kind of fooled into buying those super light or ultra light tents. And for hunting, well, they're not really what you want because they are fragile. I mean, you can look at them wrong, I think, half the time, and they freaking tear.
I'm not super experienced to be able to talk too much on it. My personal experience is I'm not spending $600 on a tent.
Yeah,
That's gonna, you know what I mean. Granted, do I think they're probably awesome? I bet they're amazing.
Is there a time and a place for them?
Yes.
And if you're just backpacking and hiking, sure.
I'll sacrifice 2 pounds for $400 less for right now.
Yeah, right now. I mean, if you're doing like a really
Yep.
high intense mountain hunt or something like that, where every single ounce counted,
Yeah.
maybe.
Especially when you're flying in, like when you're flying into somewhere up in Northwest Territories.
Yeah, exactly.
Alaska, when you are weight limited on some of these flights in, plus your own body weight, like, yes, I get it.
Yep. But
that's where you are saving those extra
if you're
pounds
driving,
that matter.
just get a decent tent. Actually, like, what I would do is, even this one, so this is an XPG one from Cabela's, their Extreme Warthog, whatever the hell, 2-person tent. I like a 2-person tent for just me, because I can keep my gear inside the tent.
Dude, people are going to laugh at this, but I want to try it because I want to give it an honest review. I want to buy a freaking $85 Ozark tent from Walmart.
Dude, I don't think there's enough difference really in them.
I'm comparing some of the materials and everything from some of the other ones that are $200, $250, comparing them to like these $60 to $85 Ozarks, and the materials are the same. The weight is close to the same. I'm just
the workmanship might be a little different.
Yes, and I'm not saying I'm not saying the quality is the same.
If you only get half the life out of it, but you paid a third of the price,
who
cares?
Well, here's the other thing is, what if I only need it to last 6 days or 10 days on this hunt and that's it? And if it's half, I can pitch it.
Yeah.
Like I just want to try it to give an honest review. Now, flip side, I tell Matt that. Matt gives me crap because he's like, yeah, until it tears in the wind on day 1 and then you don't have a tent. And I'm like, very fair point.
Fair enough. But,
you know what I mean?
You know, if it does tear and you're like, oh crap, you're gonna feel a lot better about it knowing it's an $85 tent versus a $600 tent. Like, stuff happens. I mean, you could set it up on like some of those lightweight ones like McCraney runs.
Yeah.
I mean, you could set it up on a branch and it'll tear a hole.
Well, that's another thing too. Is like I can pull the poles down every single day, so it's not caught. You know what I mean? Like when you're out hunting.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just want to. There's just the challenge side of me that wants to give it an honest review and be like, no, never do that.
I actually have a friend that he bought an Ozark one, took it into Colorado for like a 2-week hunt, and had zero issue with it.
Had zero issues?
It's not long term. It's not one that you're packing up and unpacking and packing it up.
I need it to last for a 2-week hunt.
For years on end. You're going to use it a couple of times, and then you're going to go buy a different one.
If it can get you through a 10-day hunt and you can put those couple $100 somewhere else in a better gear,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's or better optic. Like I think sometimes there's trade-offs. I don't know. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I'm just saying I want to try.
I think it's worth trying, and I don't think that you should get suckered into buying something just because it's expensive and fancy, and you save 3 ounces. Like I think that's a joke.
Last
thing, and this is something that I have come to preach to people, especially if you're doing a mountain hunt. Trekking poles. They are the bomb. They're great. You always have 3 points of contact when you're going downhill, especially if you're packing something and you got elk quarters on your back or something like that.
And you're already fatigued.
You're already tired. Now you're carrying
dehydrated.
80 pounds on your back on top of everything else. These are great. Shove them down in front of you. Helps you go down that hill. Something to catch yourself with. I mean,
and if you're by yourself,
taking a tumble down a hill is never going to be fun.
Less chance of getting hurt.
And yeah, even going up hills. I mean, I use the heck out of these things, and I'm so glad that I bought them.
It's awesome, dude.
And if your tent pole breaks, you got a spare.
That's true.
Hey, stuff happens.
Let's close it out with this. You're going on your bear hunt. What are you taking for your rifle? What are your?
So I'm taking. It's my lightweight Savage. Savage Weather Warrior 270 short mag.
Nice.
It's a good lightweight short action rifle. I'll take that. I'll be shooting the 140 grain ELDX Hornady bullets out of it. I'm actually doing something different with this one. I'm not doing hand loads. I'm just using factory loads and get a little buck because
nice.
It's just simplicity of it right now, and I don't have the time.
Somewhere else.
Time to work up a bullet that I want to shoot. So I'll be taking that, and then it's we're going down to Colorado, over by Parachute, Colorado area.
Sweet.
We're gonna be hiking in a few miles to getting everything set up. We kind of have our Onyx. Oh, Onyx is a good one to get to. Oh, that reminds me actually.
Take a GPS.
GPS. And then what I did this time around too is I actually got the InReach, the Garmin InReach, so you can contact home if you're going to be somewhere without cell phone service. When we went to Idaho and we spent a week or more out there, having no contact with back home was awful.
Highly advised, probably worse for the people back home.
Yeah, highly advised getting something to where you have the SOS button and you have the ability to make contact back home.
Get a sat phone.
Just do it.
Yeah, and you got the Plus that has the actually maps on it.
Yep.
I just have the Mini.
Yep.
Because I already have a mapped.
Yeah,
GPS,
I'm going to use my phone for most. I'm going to have my Onyx pulled up.
Yep.
I'm going to be using that for most stuff. But it's nice to have an actual GPS, a handheld GPS that you can recharge, and it's going to last a lot longer. In case something does happen to your phone, you can at least find your way back to your freaking truck.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to get stuck out there and your phone's broken and you don't have another backup GPS. So
yeah, agreed.
That's one thing to have. And then otherwise, I think we covered about everything that I'm going to have. Granted, most of the stuff probably won't work for you guys and you won't like it, but this is what I like.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, right? Is like if you're listening to this and like you're critiquing, like, oh, I like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, from a critical standpoint, that's totally cool because we all have our things that really work well for us in our experience, and those things change as you go depending on the hunt. Like you said, like my pack review that I'm going to go over for my Nevada elk hunt, there's going to be similar things and there's going to be things that are different because it's archery versus rifle, it's bear versus elk, it's 14 days solo, 10 day, 14 days solo versus 6 days with a partner. So it's like there's all these different variables that happen that is cool. And then, like you said, if we did this pack again next year or the year after the same podcast, we're probably going to find new, updated, different things that we're going to be like, oh yeah, we actually just found a better way to do this. And I mean, you maybe have already found that better way.
So much of it is just
fine.
Personal preference. I mean, even like the packs that we use, I use Mystery Ranch. I'm a big fan of those.
Yep.
I know they don't fit you very well.
Yeah, I'm a Kuiu pack guy.
You go Kuiu. We got other
which
friends
is funny
that do
because
Glacier. Like everybody does everything. It's just literally what fits you best, what makes you feel comfortable. That's what you're going to get the most out of your gear, is whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, and that's why I've learned that I'm not a gear snob, like to one brand.
Yeah.
It's just not a smart way to be a productive, comfortable, performance-driven hunter, in my opinion, because like one brand stuff isn't going to fit every one of your needs, most likely. And I've just found that out with Sitka's. Their packs do not meet my needs.
No.
And so like, okay,
they don't have a load shelf is a big thing. An external load shelf.
They do have their new big mountain hauler.
Does that have a load shelf though?
I haven't looked at it.
Like,
does it? I haven't looked at it yet.
Internal frame.
Is it?
Which I was just like, why go through all that to do another internal frame?
Oh, if they did that, I'm gonna be surprised. Interesting move.
Yeah.
If that's what they did. But it's supposed to be rated like insane for like 150 pounds. I want Matthew to get it and let me know.
Yeah. You buy it first.
You get it and let me know.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of it is, like I said, personal preference.
Yes. Find what you like. Find what works for you. Don't care what your buddies say.
Try stuff out.
You
might be like me and try out 4 different pairs of boots before you finally find one that you're like, oh, these are it. Don't be afraid to try trial stuff. Try it, take it back. Just find these easy to work with companies like, I go to Shields a lot. I use them for a lot of the
Shields
stuff.
Shields is awesome.
They work with you very, very well. They let you actually try stuff out. And if you don't like it, take it back. I mean, I've tried big binoculars thinking, well, maybe I'll use these a whole bunch. You try them for one hunt, you're like, God, I never used them. Or when I did use them, like I wasn't happy with what I could see.
Sure.
I mean, find these companies that work with you, try stuff out, and make your decision upon what fits you, not what the brand name is. I mean, the brand names.
Dude, the one thing I love about Shields is the price matching.
Far. Yeah, and the price matching.
The price matching Shields is legit too.
Research, find cheapest that you can, and
dude, they're awesome, man. So. I just like the customer service too. You're in the store, you're around any corner, somebody's there to help you if you need it. So it's always good. That's episode 129 and 128 and a half. Thanks for jumping on today's podcast, guys. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, we'd always love for you to share it with your friends. We're always, from a small business standpoint, it's great. It's great for us. So have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time.